know this is tricky. This is really, really tricky, but it's so important for you to become aware of this. Because today I want to show you how to sabotage your manifestation. And I also want to provide you with a direct quote from Neville Goddard, who explains this principle perfectly. And now you might be saying, yes, Sebastian, but why do you record an episode about how to sabotage my manifestation? I don't want to sabotage my manifestation. Yes, that's exactly why I wanted to record this episode, because this episode is not a practical guide on how to manifest, but it's a practical guide on how to avoid one of the biggest traps and the biggest mistakes that unfortunately thousands of deliberate creators make every single day. And I hope that you're not one of them, but maybe you are right now. And then it's time to completely shift your focus. And yes, that's also a key phrase of today's episode. But now let me, as always, start with a direct quote from Neville Goddard. And here's what he says. And I don't know why I just pronounced Neville Goddard in such an intense way, but yeah, here's the quote from Neville Goddard. So, to impress the subconscious with the desirable state, you must assume the feeling that would be yours had you already realized your wish. In defining your objective, you must be concerned only with the objective itself. The manner of expression or the difficulties involved are not to be considered by you. To think feelingly on any state impresses it on the subconscious. Therefore, if you dwell on difficulties, barriers, or delay, the subconscious, by its very non-selective nature, accepts the feeling of difficulties and obstacles as your request and proceeds to reduce them in your outer world. This quote is truly powerful, and it can be life-changing if you really think about it, if you use it in a way where you focus completely and fully on what you want and nothing else. That's why I always tell my coaching clients, it is not your job to think about how something will appear into your physical reality. It's not your job at all. I mean, when I think about my amazing coaching clients, and by the way, if you want to find out more about the different coaching sessions I offer, you can go to affirmation2manifestation.com/coaching. But when I think about my coaching clients, the ones who manifested large sums of money, the ones who manifested a romantic partner, the ones who, yes, and I always have to be careful with that, but who, and I want to make that clear, I'm not a medical professional, but who use the law of assumption to increase significant healings in their lives. These people, they were faced with incredible difficulties. I mean, back then when I went through my healing journey, my doctors told me if it's not healed by now, it won't heal in the future, forget about it. And back then I decided consciously, no, this will not be my life. I will be able to play basketball again. I will be able to jump again. I will be able to hit the gym again. That's a decision that I made. And there were all kinds of barriers in my mind, barriers from the medical world. There were all these different barriers, and yes, in the beginning it was freaking hard. It was freaking hard to not focus on these barriers. It was freaking hard to create the picture of what I wanted to achieve. It was freaking hard of seeing myself playing basketball again and jumping up and down. It was freaking hard. I don't say that it was easy. But if I had dwelled on the difficulties, barriers, or delay, then, as Neville Goddard describes it in this quote, the subconscious, by its very non-selective nature, and this is a key expression, non-selective nature, accepts the feeling of difficulties and obstacles as your request to the universe, and proceeds to produce them in your outer world. So you have to understand that your subconscious mind doesn't give a flying F, to be honest, to now speak in a direct way. If you think about obstacles, or if you think about barriers, or if you think about opportunities and possibilities, your subconscious mind will simply make sure that whatever you think about, whatever you occupy your mind with, and whatever, even more importantly, you feel inside of yourself, this is what your outer world will reflect. So if right now there's anything you want to change in your life, no matter if it's something health related, if it's something when it comes to money, or if it's you wanting to manifest more money, if it's you wanting to manifest a loving relationship, if it's whatever it might be. I mean, fill in the blanks with whatever you want to achieve, no matter what it is. If you dwell on, I don't know if it will work out. I mean, how can it work out? I mean, when will it happen? I mean, oh God, yeah, maybe 2 years, 1 year, I mean, 1 month, I don't have the time to wait. I don't know. I mean, will it come tomorrow? If you go down this path, you will only produce the results in your outer world. And that's actually a conversation that I recently had with one of my coaching clients, where she always said, I'm just not sure when it will happen. I'm tired of waiting. And I then told her that, well, if you continue to say, I'm tired of waiting, you are communicating to the universe, let me wait some more. And then you can wait all your life, because that's the energy that you're in. And these are the thoughts that you're having. If you say, I'm waiting, I have to wait, then the universe says, okay, you want to wait? Well, you can wait a little bit more. And that's something that you, of course, don't want. And that's why it's so important to, again, remind yourself of what I mentioned before earlier, but I wanted to talk about it again, specifically when it comes to this particular quote, to remind yourself that your job is to know what you want, to feel the feelings of what it would feel like if you already had it, to go in this beautiful end state and to feel yourself into the result that you want to achieve, and to go into the imaginary act and to do that over and over again. And your job is not to figure out how it will come to you, because like I said in my own life, also with my coaching clients, I mean, at some point I might even write a book only about the weird and crazy ways how my coaching clients and myself manifested money, a loving relationship, and all kinds of different things that came out of nowhere in ways that we could have not possibly anticipate. And for me, I have to admit it was a long journey to finally let go. That's why I say it's not easy, but it is necessary to finally let go of when will it happen. That's why nowadays when I, for example, set myself certain money goals or certain goals when it comes to my life, certain things that I want to manifest, I don't even include any time frame anymore. I know that by focusing completely on my goal, by reaching the frequency again and again and again, and the more I do that, the faster it will come to me. I just know that. But if I say, by the 1st of May of this year, it has to happen, I introduce so much resistance into the equation. I introduce so much worry and doubt. Will it happen on this day, a day later? What if it doesn't happen on this day? That's completely unnecessary. Why are you making your life so difficult when it can be so easy? And the easy solution is to focus completely on what you want. Remember what Neville Goddard says at the beginning of this quote. To impress the subconscious with the desirable state, you must assume the feeling that would be yours had you already realized your wish. That's it. That's all there is to it. Assume the feeling of the wish fulfilled, think about it, feel it, reach the frequency. That's all you have to care about. Whenever you think about when will it happen, how will it happen, that's when you go into the old paradigm, into the paradigm of, well, it has to happen in a logical way because spirituality doesn't exist. But if you think from a place of the universe provides it for you, then you have to accept the reality, the fact that the universe works in the most mystical, most magical ways, and it has to come in a way where you don't expect it. Otherwise it would be the predictable, the old self, but it has to come in a way where it takes you by surprise. That's the universal power. I mean, when I think about all the things I manifested, there were so many times when I simply stared in the sky, or sometimes I just stared at myself in the mirror and I said, wow, how is that even what? I mean, and boom, that was another reminder to realize, yep, it happens with divine timing. It happens in a way that most likely you cannot predict. So don't even try it. That makes it so much easier. Just don't predict when it will happen and how it will happen. Say, yep, it's the universe. Things will come in a magical, magnificent way. I'm prepared for that by only focusing on what I want and assuming the feeling that I would have if it was already in my physical reality. That's your only job, and that's what I wanted to share with you today. And of course, if you want to find out more about the 11 Days to Manifestation Mastery program, if you are ready to master every aspect of the manifestation process, then you can go to affirmationtomanifestation.com/mastery or click on the first link in the description. And If you want to find out more about the different coaching sessions I offer, including the 6-week Abundance Reality Shift coaching program, then you can go to affirmationtomanifestation.com/coaching. And if you enjoyed watching this video, please send out some love to the YouTube universe by giving this video a big thumbs up. And I would also appreciate it if you would leave a comment in the comment section below and let me know what you think about my video. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel and to click on the notification bell so that you get notified whenever I release a new video for you.